Hey everybody, it's your boy, Snake Eater. With the Master Collection right around the corner, I wanted to tell my strange and kind of weird journey with the Metal Gear series. Metal Gear Solid 3 is obviously my favorite game of all time, right? That might be a little obvious, I don't know. That's only 3. What about 2? What about 4? What about 5? What about Peace Walker? What about 1? Well, we have to start where it all began. Christmas morning, 2007. I was in 6th grade. I opened up all my gifts, and to my surprise, I got my very first non-Nintendo system, a PS2. Before this, I had only had a Game Boy Advance and a GameCube. With the PS2 came a collection of games that my mother picked out for me. There was one game that was separately wrapped from the other games. My stepdad got it for me. He said, "Here you go, I got this for you personally, your mother doesn't know about it." I opened it up, and I was stunned. And to my surprise, it was Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I mean, just look at the artwork. It's so badass and mysterious and creepy and so just cool at the same time. That name, Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater. Am I gonna be eating snakes? What's a Metal Gear? Metal Gear. All of it just blew my mind. And the biggest thing to catch my eye was the big M right on the box, M for mature. This was my very first M game. This game was many firsts for me. My very first M for mature game, my very first shooter game, my first stealth game, my first story-driven heavy narrative game, and of course, my very first Metal Gear game. I remember being blown away by all the complicated mechanics in the game, like sneaking, stealth, camouflage, optional dialogue, wild animals and vegetation, stamina and health bar, injuries and wounds that require healing, guns that knock out people, guns that kill people, all the different variations of CQC that are available to you, boss fights, of course. I remember the end boss fight scared me and I could never beat him. I had my stepdad beat him for me. I remember one time I said, you know what, I'm gonna be a big boy. I'm gonna beat the end by myself. So I was sitting in one spot camping, trying to look for him. I was looking everywhere. And then I was in first person mode, right? Then I went to third person mode and the end was right behind me. He snuck up on me and ambushed me. That scared the shit out of me. I was like, no way, he sneaks up on you? No. I remember being in absolute awe that this game is basically one long-ass movie with cutscenes and dialogue. I remember when I first played, my stamina bar got really low because I wasn't eating anything, and Snake's stomach was growling. I thought it was a tiger or a bear stalking me, trying to hunt me. I was running around scared for like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, there's a tiger chasing me, ah! Before I realized, wait a second. Oh, Snake's tummy is just growling. He's just hungry. And then the biggest surprise, of course, was boobs! Glorious boobs! Women boobs! Yes! Video games! Video games have sexy women and boobs? This is amazing! This is the greatest video game of all time! Another first for me is this game was the very first game to give me a boner. I remember I had a save state for every single Eva scene so I can reload that save state. Oh my gosh. Don't judge me, I was like 12 years old and 13. I was in the process of puberty when I was playing this game, and let me tell you, Eva did something to me, man. One weekend, I had a hockey buddy sleepover, and he brought over Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. At this point, I had a Game Shark disc, and I was gonna put all the cheats on his Metal Gear Solid 2. And we played Metal Gear Solid 2 for a little while. Then we booted up Metal Gear Solid 3, and I showed him all the cheats that were available to me. Unlimited ammo, all the machine guns, all the snipers, unlimited ammo with RPG, unlimited stealth, and all the different outfits. My friend Dylan, yes Dylan, I still remember you. You still have my hockey t-shirt that I accidentally left at your house overnight. You never returned it, punk. What's up with that, man? We did not go back to Metal Gear Solid 2 for the whole weekend. We were stuck on playing 3 the whole weekend. And then he begged me to trade games. I was like, hell no. Anyways, this was my little taste of Metal Gear Solid 2 when I was a kid. I wasn't very impressed. I was like, wait, Snake doesn't have a machine gun or sniper or RPG? Where's all the animals? You're stuck on a boat the whole time? This is lame. Alright, now Metal Gear Solid 4 on the PS3. A couple years later, in 2009, it was Christmas morning again. I opened my gifts and I found a PS3 with a bunch of games, including Guitar Hero Warriors, Modern Warfare 2, Madden, NHL. Out of all of the PS3 games, there's really only one game I cared for, Metal Gear Solid 4. So the very next day, I collected all my Christmas money, all my gift cards. We went to GameStop and I purchased Metal Gear Solid 4. Now, I want you to stop and think about this for a second, okay? My very first Metal Gear Solid game was 3, where you play as Big Boss. It's a prequel to show you the story of Big Boss. Now I'm hopping in Metal Gear Solid 4. This is basically the end story for Solid Snake. I had never played Metal Gear Solid 1 or 2. I don't even know who Solid Snake is. If you understand the story of Metal Gear Solid, you can imagine just how confused I was. I remember thinking, why is Snake so old now? Oh, we're in the future? Oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. I was so freaking confused, man. I was like, who the heck is Solid Snake? I thought my name was Naked Snake or Big Boss. Who the hell is Meryl? Naomi, who's that? Otacon, am I supposed to know who this is? Who's Johnny and why is he shitting himself all the time? Who's this little kid and why is she cooking realistic eggs? Who the hell is Vamp? Wait, there's freaking vampires in the Metal Gear universe? Who's Raiden? Wait, there's freaking cyborg ninjas in the Metal Gear universe? Finally, someone I recognize. It's Eva. She calls herself a Big Mama now. Okay. I'm interested to see their reaction because last time Snake saw Eva, she ditched him, she betrayed him, she was a double agent, and she left him after doing the hanky-panky with him. Wait, Eva's saying that I gave birth to you? What? Eva is my mom? Wait, did I have... Maybe this is Eva's mom. Yeah, maybe this is Eva's mom, and she's saying, I'm so confused. Oh hey, it's Revolver Ocelot again. Finally a friendly face. Wait, why is he like cartoonishly evil? Why is he like a mustache twirling villain? On Metal Gear Solid 3, I thought we ended the game on neutral terms. Why does he want to kill me? What the heck? And then, okay, this is kind of cool. Like in 3, you have the Cobra unit with mini boss fights. And now in this game, you have all the ladies that are in mech suits that are kind of like a replacement for the Cobra unit. And they're kind of like boss fights too, but they're like really sexy for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I remember the wolf sniper fight in the snow was my favorite. That was so badass. That was such a cool boss fight. I love that one. Snake's been here before? Am I supposed to know what Shadow Moses is? Wait, Alaska? Snake's been to my home state? Snake's been to Alaska where I live? What the heck, man? Why is that little monkey smoking? That's not good for him. Someone tell him to stop. Why are all the Metal Gears mooing like cows? Moo. Where's Paramedic? Where's Sigint? Where's Zero? Oh, there's Zero. Damn, he looks old. He looks like he's about to die in that wheelchair. Wait, who's pushing him? Wait, Snake? There's 2 snakes? Wait, is that Big Boss Snake? Is that what? This whole time I thought I was playing as Big Boss Snake. And you're telling me there's 2 different snakes? Wait, and this snake is basically saying he's my father or brother? What is going on? If I'm his son, then why am I so much older than him? Okay, so this is Big Boss Snake from Metal Gear Solid 3, and I've been playing basically as his son the whole time, or a clone? Okay, cool, I guess. That's not confusing whatsoever. The story, I couldn't comprehend, really. I did my best as like a 13-year-old trying to play this game. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And at this point, I did not have access to YouTube, so I couldn't look up Metal Gear Solid videos or story explanations. But at the end of the day, the gameplay is the main course, the main entree of Metal Gear Solid. And the story is just kind of like a nice little side dish. So for me anyways, I was never really passionate about the story. The gameplay is what I'm passionate about. I did really like the Metal Gear Solid 4 gameplay. The survival element is mostly gone. Instead of stamina, now there's a stress meter, which is kind of cool because Snake is old and his back hurts. And there's no more wild animals. Now you're facing off against a bunch of human NPCs in the middle of like a civil war or something. And there's a bunch of Metal Gears running around. I like how when you help one side of the war, they'll react positively towards you and they give you gifts. I kind of liked that. I remember loving the variety of guns and weapons available along with items. Then my favorite part of the game was the movement system and the gun aiming, the over-the-shoulder aiming with the crosshairs. Finally! The combat system is so much easier and advanced and convenient than Metal Gear Solid 3. I can go on and on and on about how much I loved this game as a teenager. I didn't love it as much as 3, but I still really loved it. It's probably in my top 20 games of all time. It'd probably be in my top 10 favorite games of all time if it wasn't stuck on the PS3, because eventually my PS3 crapped out on me and I wasn't able to play it anymore, so... Alright, look, I talked about Metal Gear Solid 4 for way too long. I don't even have time to talk about Metal Gear Solid 5. Phantom Pain is easily in my top 10 favorite video games of all time. My top 2 most played games, hours-wise, was Fallout 4 and Metal Gear Solid 5. I easily put, I think 150 or 200 hours in each game on my PS4. We're finally back. We're playing as Big Boss Snake. I can understand the story now. This tells like what Snake was doing in between 3, Peace Walker, and Metal Gear Solid 4. Just when I thought I was gonna understand the story, nope. Once again, I thought I was playing as the real Big Boss Snake, but turns out I'm playing as a double agent, a cover-up agent, I don't even really know. This isn't Big Boss Snake, this is Big Boss Venom Snake. Turns out this story is just one big huge retcon to explain how Big Boss is alive, because Solid Snake killed Big Boss in a previous game, but turns out he killed Venom Big Boss. The real Naked Snake Big Boss was behind the scenes in the shadows hiding, and he's still alive doing shit. Sure man, cool, that totally isn't confusing and that totally makes sense, yeah. What the fuck, Kojima? Anyways, this game rocks, man. This is the second best stealth game of all time, right behind Metal Gear Solid 3. Quiet is the best companion in all of video games. Metal Gear Solid in the open world just kicks ass. There's so much to do, so much stealth variation, so many different gameplay mechanics. It's just awesome, man. But it really sucks this game did not finish with the actual real ending. It left on a cliffhanger. When I played this part, I was so confused. I was like, wait, what happens next? Wait, there's no next mission? The game can't end this way, what? Now to finish my story, we go to Peace Walker and Metal Gear Solid 2. I have never finished these games. I don't know why, I can't really come up with an excuse. I've put a decent amount of hours into them, but I've never actually finished them. And then we come to Metal Gear Solid 1. I've never even touched or played Metal Gear Solid 1. That's why I'm so excited for the Master Collection. I'm gonna play Metal Gear Solid 1 for the first time and beat it. I'm gonna play Metal Gear Solid 2 and beat it. And then I'm gonna play Metal Gear Solid 3 on the PS5 for the very first time. Was that as wacky and weird as you were expecting? Was that just kind of normal? I mean, does anyone have a normal Metal Gear Solid experience? I envy people who started from the very beginning and played all the way through. Not like me, where I start at 3, then go to 4, then 5, and I'm so freaking confused, man. Anyways, look, I'm really excited for the Master Collection. Comes out in a couple weeks. I'm scared for October, guys. There's too many games coming out. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. My football team sucks this year. LSU and the Saints, they both suck. I have a baby coming soon. There's too many video games. I don't know what to do, man. I'm just gonna go sip on my Starbucks and stress out about things. But hey, do you have an interesting Metal Gear Solid story? How you were introduced to the game? Let me know your Metal Gear Solid story, and then yeah, let's just talk about it, man.